Take a deep breath. Tonight, we step into a mystery, a story soaked in stillness, where grief, faith, and divine wonder all meet. This is not just a bedtime story. This is a reminder. When God moves, it may not always make sense, but it always makes peace. Let your soul rest now. As we begin, the church bell tolled 8 times. Low, solemn, final. Mr. Howard had passed quietly in his sleep. An elder of the town, he'd served the same chapel for 40 years. No sermons, no platform, just a faithful man who opened the church every morning and closed it every night. He had only one request in his will: bury me with my Bible. So they did, hands folded around it, the pages worn, the leather cracked, the cover smudged with years of prayer. They lowered the coffin into the earth, covered it in lilies, and said their last goodbyes. It was a Wednesday morning, quiet, foggy. The church custodian unlocked the chapel just before sunrise, but something was different. On the altar, there sat a Bible, worn, familiar, leather, open to a verse no one had placed. John 11, verse 25. I am the resurrection and the life. Whoever believes in me will live, even though they die. The custodian stepped back. He checked the pulpit, the offices, the security doors. All locked, no sign of entry, no signs of anyone. He called the pastor. Pastor James arrived with shaking hands. He had helped bury that Bible. He had closed the coffin himself. But here it was, not just present, but open to a message. Between the pages, a note had been left. Just 6 words in Mr. Howard handwriting. Don't bury what still speaks. The pastor sat down in silence. Tears welled in his eyes. That Bible, that old, worn book, it wasn't just his friend's companion. It was God's vessel, still living, still working. The pastor turned the pages slowly. Inside, verses were underlined, prayers scribbled in the margins, tears soaked into the paper long ago. Another verse caught his eye. Isaiah 55, verse 11. So is my word that goes out from my mouth. It will not return to me empty, but will accomplish what I desire and achieve the purpose for which I send it. Dove, the mystery or the message? The town never found an answer. No cameras caught movement. The grave remained undisturbed. Some called it a miracle, others a message. But Pastor James would always say, God doesn't need to explain himself. When he wants to remind us, he's still speaking. Maybe tonight you've buried something, a dream, a prayer, a promise, or a piece of your faith. But just because it's hidden doesn't mean it's over. God's word never dies. And what feels gone may be what God is about to resurrect. So sleep now. Let the noise of logic fade away. Let your spirit settle into mystery, because the word still speaks. And what you thought was buried may rise again. Rest in the quiet. Trust in the silence. And may peace be still